Do you know about the history panel from Photoshop? I don't know if you're a Photoshop user or not, but when the history panel came along, that really kind of revolutionized Photoshop. Essentially, what it is it allows you to undo multiple steps all in one shot. It's almost like the Photoshop application is tracking everything that you do, and it'll allow you to then step backwards or forwards in time, hence the name history, right? Now, why am I talking about Photoshop when we're supposed to be talking about Dreamweaver? Well, Dreamweaver has a history panel as well, and I want to show you this guy really quickly, and I'm going to give you a really simple example of where we could use this guy. Now, of course, we know about the standard undo and redo normally found underneath the edit menu, right? That's fine, but I mean, if we wanted to undo a whole bunch of steps, we'd have to hit Command Z here on the Mac or Control Z a whole bunch of times, or there's the redo command there, Command Y on the Mac or Control Y on the PC, right? So we have this panel called the history panel, which is sort of like an Uber undo, if you will. So check this out. What I'd like you to do is, and again, I'm going to keep this really simple here. I'm going to type in my first name. I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to type in my last name. I'm going to hit enter. And I'm going to type in Dreamweaver. Pretty simple, right? Not anything too crazy at this point. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I want to go and grab the history panel. And of course, we know already that our panels are all stored underneath the window menu, right? So simply look for history. There he is, I guess about halfway down the window menu. Go ahead and grab him. Okay. Now, you might find this a little bit creepy, but lo and behold, the history panel has been watching you and watching everything that you've been doing inside your document. So it saw that I typed in my name, Geoff. It saw that I created a new paragraph. When I hit enter, it saw me type in my last name, a new paragraph, and then it saw me type in Dreamweaver. Now, notice this slider on the left-hand side. This is really what the history panel is all about. I can actually drag this guy up and down to go forwards and backwards in time, right? So notice what's happening down inside my document as I drag this slider up and down, right? Something like this. Now, again, this is a really simple example, but imagine if we had things like inserting graphics, creating a layout, inserting video files. And what's extremely cool, and unfortunately, I don't think I have enough time to actually show you this, but I'll at least make you aware of it, is using my Shift key, I could select a group of commands inside the history panel, and then I could actually save them as what Dreamweaver refers to as a command, right? Think of actions, again, if you're a Photoshop user, right? Or think of a macro if you come from the Microsoft world, right? So I could save a set of commands and simply replay them over and over again whenever I need to. Maybe I'm constantly inserting copyright 2010, all rights reserved, and I'm applying a specific type of formatting to that text. Well, I could record those steps, save them as a command, and then just play them back whenever I need them, right? The history palette, extremely cool stuff here in Dreamweaver. There you go. I'm going to go ahead and, well, I was going to close out of this guy, but I think what I'll do is I'll step all the way back in time, back to where you and I started, and then I'll close out of him. There we go.